Well, it is Bunny Day today. Before I head off to my brother's later this afternoon for a Easter dinner, I'm going to take care of a few things around here. I have been working pretty hard. The weather has been up and down, so I'm constantly dealing with, moving plants around and making sure that they're not getting frost, because we did have frost the last couple of nights, so I have frost covers on a lot of my stuff. My tomatoes are still not in. They're tucked away and are fine. You just have to bring them out every day. It's a little pain, but whatever. Next year I will plant much later. I'm just still used to Southern California stuff. So anyway, yeah, I've been keeping really busy. I changed out the anode rod in my water heater in the RV. It's just something that I was told I should do every year, and I don't think I need to do it every year because my anode rod was not that bad, but I changed it anyway. And I cleaned out the water heater. Now, this is not, I'll show you what I did. This is not an how-to. Do not follow me if you if you need to do this yourself. There are plenty of videos out there, especially on YouTube, that will explain how to do this, and that's what I did. I went on and kind of studied and also read the manual for that particular water heater. So every water heater is different. I have I don't even know what kind of water heater it is, but it has an anode rod in it. Some of them don't have that. So yeah, you just have to, do your research. So I'll show you how I did that. And then also, let's see, I'm going to make a gluten-free Easter bread today. I hope it turns out. I've never made it before. I found a recipe online. I'm going to see if I can figure that out. My brother-in-law is gluten-free, so, you have to have Easter bread. Let's see what else. Okay, so I have a lot of Swiss chard, so I thought my dish to take over to them today would be like a cream Swiss chard. I'm going to fiddle with that, see if that works. And I need to really sit down and log on to my Nintendo Switch, because I need a new villager. If you don't play Animal Crossing, then you're like, what are you talking about? If you do, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, my cow, Norma, she decided that she wanted to move on to greener pastures, so she's gone. And today's the day where I need to find somebody before they assign me somebody. And all my villagers came to me that way. I didn't know what I was doing, and I got assigned all these villagers, and I'm pretty much happy with all of them, but Norma was not a good fit, obviously. She's gone, and so instead of wasting my day away going island hopping and using Nook Miles, again, if you know, you know, I'm going to go to the fabulous and amazing Treasure Islands. And I know exactly who I want. I know where he's at. Hopefully nobody else picked him up. And I'm going to go get him so he can move in tomorrow. I'm going to get Eric. I think he's some kind of an antelope or a deer, reindeer or something. He'll fit perfectly in my little forest there. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to go take care of the garden. Well, so I'm going to explain what's going on here in my patio pond. I'm not really sure what to do about this. I guess I should just leave it alone. Okay, so here's the thing. This is just made for really, your patio. And right now I don't have any like lilies or plants in there because they're not available yet. It's still too cold. But yeah, a couple frogs moved in, and there are little eggs, clusters of eggs in there. Yeah, at night they make a ton of noise. They're in there somewhere, or they're hopping around over here. But yeah, here's the thing. This is the only water source around here. I don't live on a creek. I don't have a pond. This is it. Here's the creek, is way over on the other side of this road. And over on the other side of the, like, huge patch of just dirt and plant life. So, yeah. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to live here forever? I don't think so. There's going to be a gazillion of them in there. So when they escape, I don't know. I guess they're going to be bird food. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's what this is for now. So it's to produce bird food. I cannot imagine that they can hop all the way over there, especially in the summer when it's boiling hot. But for now, I'm just going to leave them. I mean, I guess that's all I can do. I'm a frog mama now, I guess. Okay, well, let's get this day started. Yeah, first up I will show you what I did with my water heater. Okay, here's the compartment for the water heater. If you have seen my videos in the past, about over a year ago, a little over a year ago, when I had to winterize the RV because I had to move out due to my furnace not working. I did winterize it, and that's the last time that I really dealt with this. Now, well, when I had to de-winterize it, which was last March, I think. So kind of like a year since I really looked at this. I probably should do this more often and really clean it out more often. I will note that. I will put that in my calendar. So apparently you should, I don't know, I've seen this on several videos that you should change out your anode rod once a year. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, I have seen other people say just let it go to almost nubs, but I don't want to chance that. I don't want to be dealing with this every time. Now, I should have waited to change out my water filter for the RV and do this all at once because I had to, you know, turn off the water and drain everything. That would have been smart. But I just changed that, so I'm not doing it again. So anyway, yeah, all that's going on the calendar. To-dos. Okay, let's get this done. Okay. Yes, I have a screwdriver and it's in the other side of the property. There we go. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Okay, so I did drain, but you are, I believe, you know, I don't remember, but I believe you're supposed to relieve the pressure here also. So I'm going to do that and just be careful that I don't get squirted by the water that could potentially be coming out. Oh yeah, that's gross. Okay, here we go. Okay, that seems good. Now the anode rod is right here. That's where it lives. And you need this giant tool to get it out. And when I first took it out, woo, is it hard to get out. Really hard. Okay, so I'm going to go the other way. And stay tuned. I will get this out. Okay, I will say that it's always good to wear gloves because all this stuff is very sharp. And I have cut myself on some of this. I don't know if it's steel, aluminum, I have no idea what it is, but it's very, very sharp. So it's always good to wear gloves when you're dealing with all this stuff back here. Okay, woo, there we go. Okay, out comes anode rod. Okay, not that bad. It pretty much looked like this when I dealt with it last time. But you know what? I think just so I for peace of mind, I'm going to switch it out with the other one. It is looking a little rusty. Clean it up inside there. Let all that drain, and then yeah, clean up inside there with a hose nozzle that is such a jet. It's not appropriate, but that's what I'm doing. And yeah, and then I'll put the new one in. This one. And this one has already been got the plumber's tape on it for me, which is great. Yeah, I'm really happy about that. I think if you look it up, if you have an RV and you're familiar with this sometimes they're down to like just a very thin kind of rod. So this looks pretty good. I'm guessing there's not too much stuff inside there. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that drain. Oh, holds a lot. Okay, almost done. So I did lift this and let it open, and that's letting the water come out a lot faster. Seems as if it is a very large water heater in there. Tank, which is great. So I'm just going to let it continue coming out. And then I have this little brush, and it's perfect to go in there and clean. Get it, you know, good in there right here on this edge. Fits perfectly in there. And I believe I bought this at an RV shop. Yeah, but I'm sure you can find it at any hardware store. But anyway. So the pressure relief valve is now off, and here this goes. It's the new anode rod, and you're supposed to start it off by hand tightening it, just to make sure it's going in properly, and then you use that socket wrench to get it in there tight. You don't want any leaking, but it is a little tricky to get it going, but it will catch. Okay, the water is back on. I hear it filling. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should turn on the water pump. I do like to turn that on once in a while. As I said before, I don't use the water pump because I'm connected to a spigot, and I don't have water saved in the holding tank. So I'm going to just let the water keep filling in, and then turn on the water pump and see if I can get that going too. And then yeah, just keep an eye on it, making sure that it's not leaking, and then I'll turn everything back on again. Well, success. I just heard it light. So great when things go well. Before I close this up, I did turn the water on inside in the kitchen and let it flow. There was a lot of air in there. You gotta get all that air out. And then also the pressure relief valve, that's what that is. You just need to make sure all the air is out this way through this too. And it is. Everything looks good. There was some dirt in the lines, and or I don't know, muck came through. Everything's clean. So now it's going to could take 30 minutes to an hour for the water to heat. Like I said, it's a big tank. So I'll keep checking. Okay. I probably should do this with two hands. Oops, sorry. I'm in a hurry. Okay, done. Now I gotta go find that bunny. Finish this day. Close up shop. Get all the stuff. This thing, he kind of is weird. Okay. Logged out for the day. Got the reindeer. Took care of the bunny's demands. Time to make some bread. that Swiss chard from the garden. It's beautiful. All packed up, ready to go to my brother's. Yeah, the bread, I will leave the link to the Pinterest recipe in the description instead of putting the whole entire recipe down. It's probably better that you go, if you want to make this, go to the Pinterest website so that that person gets some foot traffic on there through their recipe. Anyway, yeah, I think it's going to be dense, I have a feeling. It's an egg bread. There's quite a bit of egg in there, quite a bit of milk. So it smells amazing. It smells so good. But yeah, I hope it tastes as good as it smells. So I'm all packed up, gonna get Max in the car, give Gretel a little snack, wearing my Easter purple, lavender, and a Johnny Torres original. I miss my kids, but yeah, that's what happens, I guess, when you get older and they get older. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I will be seeing them, though, anyway, in May and in June. Signing off. I hope you have a great day. And thanks again for watching.